Yo, what is going on YouTube? It's your boy Shine Comics, and today let's talk about Lex Luthor and his origin, and more specifically, his hatred for Clark Kent, Mr. Superman. And I must say, Lex Luthor is one of the most interesting characters in DC Comics with the most interesting lore, and honestly I think he's one of the most biggest menaces in comic book history. However, every villain has a story and every story has a beginning, so let's start with that. Lex Luthor grew up with an abusive dad who constantly hit his mom, and he lived in a rough neighborhood. During Lex's teenage years, he became a master manipulator, and his hate for his parents grew and grew until he took out an insurance policy on his parents without them knowing, and then sabotaged their car brakes, which killed him. Bro, this man is more of a menace than Joker. Lex was then put into foster care, where he had to wait until he was 18 to collect his money. However, his foster care parents were even more evil than his biological parents, and they ended up finding out about the money and doing all they can to take it away from him, including killing their own daughter, who was the love of Luthor's life, because she wouldn't agree to try to steal Luthor's money. When Lex found out about the love of his life being killed, this ignited the flame that had been inside of him since he was a boy. Lex needed control. He craved it. He never had control of anything in his life since he was a child. He wanted power, and nothing was going to stop him from getting it. He killed his foster parents and went on his own. A few years went by, and he used his money and intellect to invent his multi-billion-dollar corporation, which is known today as LexCorp. Now, you've heard the origin story, but what about Luthor's hatred for Superman? Where and how did this obsession come to be? Well, Luthor knew of Superman and was fascinated by his powers, and he really wanted to meet Supes so that he could get an autograph. So he did the most humane and logical thing any human can do, and paid gunmen and terrorists to attack his gala, which took place on Luthor's yacht, while he was on board. Now, by nature, Superman came to save the day, and he did, taking the gunmen down with perfection. Lex immediately started fangirling and offered Supes a job as his personal bodyguard, and then stupidly admitted to arranging the attacks to lure out Superman. So then Lex was arrested, as he should, and his obsession grew. Lex's ego had been hurt. He had been humiliated, and nothing would stop him from making Superman pay. Lex Luthor has narcissistic personality disorder, meaning everything had to be about him. Lex thought of himself as God, but reality, aka Superman, punched him in the face and had to make him rethink. Lex Luthor is motivated by his own selfishness, while Superman is motivated by his selflessness, and that's what fueled Lex's hate even more. Lex needed to be on top, so he figured out Superman's weakness to kryptonite, acquired some, and then built some suits specifically for Superman. Now, over time in the comics, these two have fought like a gajillion times, but Superman wins pretty much almost every single time. However, there were a couple of times where Lex Luthor was able to pull out the W, but he's never ever able to stop Superman for good, because over time Superman has gotten more and more resistant to kryptonite, so kryptonite doesn't work as well on Superman anymore. All in all, I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Lex Luthor is a very interesting character, and I really love him, his lore, his origin, his story, everything. He's very egotistical, and that's what leads him to his downfall majority of the time. The moral of the story: be more selfless instead of being selfish like Lex Luthor. And another moral is drop a like and subscribe, hit the bell, help your boy out, man. I'm trying to make a career out of this. But yeah, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video.